Ford dealers.
OSU quarterback J.W. Walsh injured in the first quarter of today's game against Missouri State. Here's the play. Walsh tackled near the goal line. It's an ankle injury. J.W. on crutches, would not return. Mike Gundy says we'll know more tomorrow. We'll know more about the Pokes as we bring you the highlights and show you J.W.'s replacement in just a bit. And welcome into sports, everybody. Paint the town red. For the first time in 7 years and just the fifth time in the last 71, Oklahoma football makes the trip to 11th and Harvard to face TU. And as Big Al tells us, with Chapman Stadium at least half crimson, probably more, the Sooners made themselves right at home.
On a rainy day at Chapman Stadium, a close to capacity crowd, just over 29,000, witnessed Oklahoma's domination of TU in the second game of the season. It was dominating and efficient. You could not ask for a more perfect first quarter for Oklahoma, scoring 21 points. The first touchdown coming on 3 plays.
Yeah, they've executed well, run and pass, and it is good when you could come out and, right from the start and play that way.
Those guys in white are a very, very good football team, very well coached. They were very machine-like in the way they approached it. What we had hoped to do, we didn't do very well.
Keith Ford completed the short and sweet drive to make it 7-0 quickly Oklahoma. Then the onslaught was on. Trevor Knight contributed early, outrunning the TU defense to the end zone for touchdown number 2. By the close of the first quarter, the Sooners had a third touchdown. Blake Bell with his first ever TD reception. And like that, it was OU blackjack, TU nothing. With the score 24-0, the very next play, Jenks product Alex Ross repeated what he had done on this very field 3 years ago against Union High School. This time it was against TU, 82-yard touchdown to the end zone, 31-0 at the intermission.
Well, it's crazy because I was just thinking about that. I thought about that earlier. I was like, the last touchdown I scored at this stadium was that touchdown. And then today's, and so, it was pretty exciting.
That's a big, fast guy, all those guys are, but, he has that kind of speed, and, Keith does too.
Third quarter, TU showed they could score against number 3. Evans finding Kevin Lucas for the 4-yard score. The TU goose egg was gone, but OU responded immediately. Ford with a wide open hole to the end zone, 38-7. Evans throws the interception. Geno Grissom's return for the score, 45-7. And to keep everybody happy, Sterling Shepard with a reception for a touchdown, 52-7. Checkmate.
Coach wants to keep the foot on the pedal. So, that we're just out there and we're just gonna keep on executing plays and stay out there as long as he wants us to.
So Oklahoma gets their second win of the season with a 52-7 final. They take on Tennessee in Norman next week.
I think the guys have an understanding yet of how the level of competition will change next week.
Sure, we're very aware of that. We didn't just walk off the boat today, so this is our first go-around.
As for Tulsa, their first road game coming up, a trip to Florida Atlantic.
Find the mistakes and correct them, and if they, if that's personnel issues or something else, we've got to be willing to make those calls.
Reporting from Chapman Stadium, Al Jerkins, 2 News, works for U Sports.
And Big Al, thank you much. Trevor Knight, 324 total yards, 3 touchdowns. Grissom's pick 6, the 49th defensive touchdown of the Stoops era. And as you said, Tennessee is next. Volunteers beat Arkansas State today. They're 2-0. We have a Dax Garman sighting. For 3 years now, we heard only whispers about how terrific a passer OSU's backup quarterback was in practice. Today, Orange Country finally got to see for itself. Cowboys hosting Missouri State, ankle injury for J.W. Walsh. So Garman, who hadn't played in a game since 2009, his junior year in high school, gets his chance, and he did just fine. Second quarter, that's 3rd and 19. Garman rolls right, goes way downfield, and Brandon Shepard, thank you, bye-bye. 87-yard touchdown puts OSU in front 24-6. Third quarter, Garman throwing for the end zone. Ball is tipped, but Jawan Seals, terrific concentration. 21-yard score. Pokes take a 34-6 lead. They go on to win it 40-23. Garman, 244 yards passing, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, it is. It feels great to get back on the field and to
play and just be out there with all my teammates. You know, we do it every day, and I've been in the system for a while now, and, you know, I got great blocks up front. My running backs, you know, they did a great job, and receivers catch the ball really well.
Well, obviously it was new for him, and he made some plays. I wish he would have made some better throws at time, but overall, I thought he played pretty well for his first time.
Not quite a dominating performance. OSU ran out to a 31-point lead, but struggled a bit in garbage time. Shepard 131 yards receiving. Gundy's now 10-0 in home openers as OSU's head coach. Up next, this is tricky. UT San Antonio, who nearly beat Arizona Friday night. That's next Saturday. Arkansas defeats Nicholls State 73-7. Razorbacks snap a 10-game losing streak. More college football next.